Sometimes you hear about people doing extraordinary things like overcoming incredible odds, and you just wonder, how did they do that?
Absolutely, Zia. All the time. Like those stories of miraculous recoveries or someone achieving a seemingly impossible goal. It's inspiring, but also a bit mysterious, right? Like, what's their secret sauce?
Exactly. Well, what if I told you that secret sauces might actually be something we all possess, a power within our own minds that's just waiting to be tapped? I've been diving into some fascinating material about the subconscious mind, and it's truly mind blowing.
Ooh, I'm intrigued. Subconscious mind, huh? I mean, I know it's there doing things behind the scenes like regulating my breathing, but miraculous power? That sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie.
It does, doesn't it? But the evidence is surprisingly compelling. The author of this material even shares a personal story of resolving a sarcoma, a type of malignancy, over 40 years ago, purely by using the healing power of his subconscious mind. He calls it the creative intelligence that fashioned his body and can heal its own handiwork.
Wow, a sarcoma. That's serious. So he's saying his mind healed him? Not doctors, not medicine?
Well, the proverb he quotes is the doctor dresses the wound and God heals it. He worked with his doctor, but he truly believes his mind was the fundamental force. He realized that the same intelligence that created all his organs and started his heart could definitely mend its own creation.
Okay, that's a powerful thought. So, how does one even begin to use this subconscious power? Is it like positive thinking on steroids?
Kind of, but it's more specific. He talks about scientific prayer, which isn't about religious rituals, but rather the harmonious interaction of your conscious and subconscious mind directed for a specific purpose. It's about tapping into the infinite power within you to get what you truly want.
Scientific prayer? That's an interesting term. So, it's not about kneeling and reciting verses, but more about mental alignment?
Exactly. He emphasizes that it's not the thing you believe in, not a particular creed or ceremony that brings results. It's solely because of your belief, your mental acceptance, and your receptivity about what you're praying for. The law of life is the law of belief, and belief is essentially just a thought in your mind. As a man thinks, feels, and believes, so is the condition of his mind, body, and circumstances.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. It's less about external actions and more about internal conviction. So if I truly believe something will happen, my subconscious makes it happen? That sounds almost too simple.
It does sound simple, but it requires a consistent technique and understanding. The author uses the analogy of chemistry. You combine hydrogen and oxygen in specific proportions and you get water. It's a universal principle. Similarly, whatever you impress on your subconscious mind is expressed in your life as conditions, experiences, and events.
So my subconscious is like this super powerful engine, and my conscious thoughts are the driver giving it directions. And if I give it bad directions, it's going to take me to a bad place?
Pretty much. He likens your mind to a garden. You are the gardener, planting seeds, your thoughts in your subconscious mind all day long. If you sow seeds of peace, happiness, and prosperity, you'll reap a glorious harvest. But if you plant weeds of fear and doubt, well, you know what happens then.
Oh, that's a really clear analogy. So I need to be really mindful of what I'm planting. No more complaining about my boss or stressing about money, I guess.
Exactly. He says that when your mind thinks correctly, understanding the truth, and your subconscious thoughts are constructive and peaceful, it will respond by bringing about harmonious conditions. It's all about controlling your thought processes and consciously cooperating with this infinite power.
But isn't it hard to just decide to think positively all the time? My mind tends to wander back to my problems, especially when I'm feeling stressed. Like the university professor the author mentions, who knew changing his mental pattern would heal his ulcers, but he felt he didn't have the modus operandi, the technique.
That's a very valid point, and that's precisely what the book aims to teach. It's about learning simple techniques to impress the subconscious mind. It says everyone desires health, happiness, security, peace of mind, true expression, but many fail to achieve clearly defined results. The professor desired perfect health, but he needed to know how his mind worked to fulfill that desire, and by practicing these methods, he healed.
So it's not just about wanting something, it's about knowing how to communicate that desire effectively to the part of your mind that can actually make it happen.
Yes, it's about aligning your conscious desire with your subconscious power. He refers to the subconscious as a treasure house within you, an infinite intelligence and boundless love. There's a gold mine inside from which you can extract everything you need to live gloriously and abundantly.
A gold mine, that sounds pretty good. So what's the master secret of the ages then? Because I'm guessing it's not nuclear energy, right?
Spot on. He says no, not any of these. The answer is extraordinarily simple. It's the marvelous miracle working power found in your own subconscious mind, the last place that most people would seek it. We already possess this power, we just need to learn how to use it.
The last place people would seek it. That's so true. We always look for external solutions, don't we? New apps, new diets, new self-help gurus. But the answer could be right here, inside our heads.
Exactly. The infinite intelligence within your subconscious can reveal everything you need to know, provide new thoughts for inventions, help you attract ideal companions or business partners, find buyers for your home, and give you financial freedom. It can heal troubled minds and broken hearts. It's quite literally the solution for every problem and the cause for every effect.
That's a really comprehensive list. It sounds like it can solve everything. But if it's so powerful, why aren't more people using it? Why aren't we all walking around as magnetized individuals, as the author puts it, full of confidence and faith?
That's a great question. He says many are sound asleep to this gold mine. There are two types of people: the magnetized man who knows he's born to win, and the demagnetized man who is full of fears and doubts, saying, I might fail, I might lose money. The demagnetized man won't get far because he's afraid to go forward.
I've definitely been in both camps at different times. So it sounds like understanding this duality of mind is crucial then, right? The conscious and the subconscious.
Absolutely. He often uses the analogy of a ship. Your conscious mind is the captain on the bridge, directing the ship. The subconscious mind is the crew in the engine room. They don't know where they're going, they just follow orders. If the captain gives faulty instructions, the ship could hit the rocks.
Ah, that makes sense. So my conscious thoughts are the captain's orders, and my subconscious just executes them without question. No wonder my life sometimes feels like it's sailing towards an iceberg if I'm constantly thinking negative thoughts.
Exactly. He gives an example of someone repeatedly saying, I can't afford it. Your subconscious takes you at your word, and it makes sure you won't be in a position to purchase what you want. You literally go through life experiencing the lack of those things because you've commanded it.
That's a bit scary, actually. How many times have I said that? I can't afford that new car, or I can't afford that vacation. I've essentially been programming my subconscious to keep me broke.
Right? But the good news is you can reverse it. He shares a story about a university student looking at an expensive travel bag. She was about to say, I can't afford that, but remembered hearing to never finish a negative statement, reverse it immediately. So she said, that bag is mine. It is for sale. I accept it mentally, and my subconscious sees to it that I receive it.
And did she get it?
Yes, that Christmas Eve, her fiance gave her that exact bag. She had filled her mind with expectancy and released it to her deeper mind, which has the know how of accomplishment. She realized then that the treasure house of all she needed was within her.
That's incredible. So it's about changing the orders you give. Instead of I can't, it's it is mine. It's about belief, not just wishful thinking.
It's a deep belief, a mental acceptance. Another amusing example he gives is about not liking mushrooms. If you say, I don't like mushrooms, and then you're served them, your subconscious might give you indigestion because it heard your boss' conscious mind doesn't like them. Or saying, I wake up at 3 if I drink coffee at night, your subconscious will nudge you awake.
Oh, that coffee one is so relatable. I've totally done that. It's like my mind is just waiting to fulfill my own predictions, even the negative ones. So it's always working, 24/7, pouring out the fruit of our habitual thinking.
Exactly. That's why managing our conscious thoughts is so crucial. It determines the kind of fruit we get. It's not about denying reality, but consciously choosing the reality we impress upon our deeper mind.
This really makes me think about my daily conversations, even the internal ones. How much negative self-talk or limiting beliefs am I feeding my subconscious without even realizing it?
Right? And it extends to all areas of life: health, relationships, finances. The author gives the example of the great operatic tenor Caruso, who was struck with stage fright before a performance. His throat was paralyzed, he was shaking, thinking, they will laugh at me, I can't sing.
Oh no, a performer's worst nightmare. So what did he do?
He shouted backstage, the little me wants to strangle the big me within. He then spoke to the little me, which represented his conscious fear and anxiety, saying, get out of here, the big me wants to sing through me. He kept shouting, get out, the big me is going to sing.
That's a very dramatic way to deal with it. What happened?
His subconscious mind responded, releasing his vital forces. He walked out on stage and sang gloriously and majestically, captivating the audience. He understood those two levels of mind, the rational conscious and the irrational subconscious. When his conscious mind was full of fear, those negative emotions flooded his subconscious, causing panic. But he took control, speaking with authority to those irrational emotions.
So he essentially commanded his subconscious to fall in line, to obey. Be still, be quiet, I am in control, you must obey me. That's powerful. It's like being the captain of your own ship and firmly telling the crew what to do, even when they're in a panic.
Exactly. The subconscious is subject to the conscious mind. It's fascinating how you can speak with conviction to your deeper self and bring silence, harmony, and peace to your mind. This isn't just about thinking positive, it's about understanding how your mind works and applying those principles.
So, for our listeners, what's a simple takeaway? How can they start to implement this scientific prayer or engage their subconscious mind effectively?
Well, the author gives us a few key points. First, recognize that infinite riches and power are within you. Second, take charge of your thoughts like a gardener. Plant seeds of peace, happiness, and prosperity daily. Third, if you catch yourself making a negative statement, immediately reverse it. Don't say, I can't afford it. Say, that is mine, or I accept that mentally.
So, essentially, be very intentional about the thoughts you allow to take root, especially regarding what you desire in life, and be firm with any little me doubts or fears.
Precisely. And remember, the law of your mind is the law of belief. Believe in the way your mind works, believe in belief itself. Your experiences are reactions of your subconscious mind to your thoughts. So busy your mind with concepts of harmony, health, peace, and goodwill, and wonders will happen.
That's incredibly empowering. It puts the responsibility but also the control back in our hands. It's not about waiting for things to happen to us, but actively creating our reality from within.
Absolutely. It's about discovering that inner world of thought, feeling, and power. It's your right to find solutions for every problem and to move forward in abundance, security, and joy. The subconscious mind, once understood and directed, can truly transform your entire life.
I love that, the turning point of your life. It sounds like it's a journey worth taking. Thank you for sharing these insights, Zia. This has been a truly eye-opening conversation.
My pleasure, Jane. And for everyone listening, start today. Begin to recognize the potentialities of your deeper mind and watch them take form in your world. Let wonders happen in your life.
Definitely. It sounds like the most important conversation you can have is with yourself. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll catch you next time.